What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? It's your girl Candy J, your favorite board certified clinical sexologist, relationship and intimacy coach. How y'all doing today? Tell me what's going on. Where are you watching from? I am sharing to a few places so that I can get a few more people to watch the live right now. I'm just sharing to a few places. Now, listen. So I am fresh off the Bedroom Candy Convention. This live is not about that. However, I just wanted to mention that we had an amazing time, right? So, anyways, guys, so if this is your first time being here, my name again is Candy J. I am a board certified clinical sexologist through the Dr. Rachel Institute and the American Colleges of Sexology. I specialize in putting the oohs and the ahs back into your relationship, but I do this by helping you to foster better communication. So one of my specialties which is what I'm talking about today, is after the affair, right? And so this is just part one. There will be a couple of different parts about this, right? Um, Let me hold on one second, guys. Let me get this resolution going because it looks like it's a little blurry on my side. But anyways, um, and I don't know what is really going on. It might be the Wi-Fi, guys. So I do apologize if I look a little blurry today. But let's talk about intimacy. Intimacy after the affair. Okay. So let's just establish first of all what intimacy is. Intimacy. Let me tell you what intimacy is not. First of all, intimacy is not sex. Okay. We are talking about being intimate, right? Which can lead to sex, but intimacy is not sex. If you've ever watched any of my lives before, you know that I talk about love languages all the time and what you're needing to do to cater to the needs of your significant other. But let's talk about intimacy. When I talk about what I mean about intimacy right now is the feeling emotionally safe and protected through even though you're physically naked, right? So we're trying to get in the mood, we're kissing, we're touching, we're rubbing, but I need to feel safe, right? After the affair, there are so many emotions that you go through when someone has cheated on you. That it's broken trust. So now, a person that I once felt safe with, right? I don't feel safe anymore, right? And so it's being consciously making an effort to make that person feel emotionally safe. How do you do that, right? First of all, you're acknowledging how they feel. That's number one. Second of all, you're being patient with them, right? You're creating a safe space for you guys to talk about these things, right? Um, be yourself and feel connected. When we're talking about sexually intimate, again, you want to be able to be yourself and feel connected again. Well, sometimes that connection comes through conversation, right? And I know I can speak from experience when a person cheats on you, right? Sometimes they're impatient about thinking that you're just going to get over it, right? Oh, it's been a month. Oh, it's been 6 months. Oh, it's been a year, and you're still not over it. You still want to talk about it. But at times, sometimes that's the way that they need to process so that they can feel safe in the moment, so that they can be themselves in the moment because they want to know that you're still hearing them and that you're still validating them and that you're not going to be doing these things again, right? You want to sexually intimate again. It is valuing the passion and the playfulness in bed, but trust that closeness that matters more to both of you than the performance. Okay, so at this point, we're so not worried anymore. That's where I'm going to go with that. You should not be worried anymore about the performance of things, right? You should be worried about being free and being able to be playful again and being able to have that connection again. Okay. Then you want to make sure that you acknowledge your own sexual fears and frustrations and still be accepted and respected. Oh, hold on. Still feel accepted and respected. Because let's just be clear, when someone cheats on us, we don't feel respected anymore. When someone cheats on us, we don't feel accepted anymore. Those feelings of hurt turns into self-doubt, self-criticism. I could have done this, I could have done that. It's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. And sometimes it's really not you. And I'm talking about male and female. You want to be, when you're trying to be sexually intimate again, you want to ask openly what pleases you sexually, and what limits that you feel comfortable with. So let's go back. Now we're so now I need to know, do you like your neck kiss? Now that might have changed since we first started being together, right? Do you like your toe sucked? That might have changed since we started being together. Do you like it rough? Do you like it playful? Do you like it soft? Is that there are all kinds of things that you have to ask your partner, especially after an affair. Why? Because they're already self-criticizing. I was too fat. My breasts weren't big enough. My booty wasn't big enough. I don't have long hair. I have short hair. You go through all of these different things, right? Men do it too. Maybe my penis is too small. My penis wasn't fat enough. Maybe I didn't know how the motion in the ocean should have gone. All kinds of things. So we're going back to being sexually intimate again. Have compassion for each other. You need to, at this point, know what makes you frail, what makes you imperfect, and what makes you human, right? Because a lot of times what we do is we don't show compassion to that person anymore. Like, at your ex-husband, I'm sorry, I'm talking about my ex-husband. Ex-husband cheated, and now I think I could talk to him crazy. Nope, nope, can't talk to him crazy. Why? Because he's still a human being. He made a mistake, right? And if I'm choosing to stay with him still in all of this, then I have to be compassionate, and I have to show empathy and sympathy, right? And I need to figure out what makes him tick, right? What he really likes. Again, we're only talking about sexual intimacy at this point. I'm not talking about the hurt and the pain of the affair. I am only talking about the sexual intimacy part. I'll talk about the actual affair later on in the month of September. Okay. So, the hurt partner, right? The whoever's been cheated on, there are thoughts. There are automatic thoughts that go through your mind, right? If you're not, maybe it goes. If you're not interested in making love, or you can't stay aroused, it's because you don't find me sexy or desirable. What I just said a minute ago, like all of these different thoughts run through your head. I'm fat. I am ugly. I don't have that good, that wet, all of those things, right? Then number two, if you're not interested in making love or can't stay aroused, you're still cheating on me. So all of those insecurities, right? All of those insecurities come up. Oh, he ain't getting it like he used to anymore. So, he's still cheating on me. He doesn't want to have sex with me anymore because he's still cheating on me. No, it may be that you're also now closed off to that person. It may be that they can see the pain still in your eyes and don't want to hurt you anymore and don't feel like they can approach you anymore. And let's think about it from the unfaithful person's side. Like, I used to have great sex with my lover, the person I was cheating on you with. And now when I come back, sex life with you doesn't compare. So maybe it really was you. Hmm. And that's a problem. That's a definite problem if you're going to stay together still, right? So we're talking about how to be sexually intimate again. And so I'm only going to address one of these assumptions right this moment, right? And that's the one about not being interested in making love, or you can't stay aroused because you don't find me sexy. Let's think about this. Let's think about this from the unfaithful person side. Let's say it's the man that's been unfaithful. Maybe he had been worried that his penis was small way before he got with you, way before, and that he thought he was going to be sexually ineffective, and now he's an unattractive man that just couldn't please you. So that's why he went out and had the affair, because he's going to find somebody that didn't care about so much of what you may have cared about. Who knows? But it's his own inadequacies, right? Or he thinks, right, that is making him not really touch you. Okay? So now the affair put him under this enormous pressure to perform and prove his love, and he is entirely faithful to you. And the tension has now killed all of his freaking desire. Because now he's putting on so much pressure on himself to perform, because I gotta show her how much I love her, and he can't get hard. There's no desire anymore because he's putting so much stress on him, because now he's got to prove it to you. Now he's got to prove that I'm in it to stay in it, because that's what we decided that we were going to do. The last one, I would say, he already expects you or her to reject you. He already expects the rejection. So he doesn't want to take and initiate that risk right there, because he doesn't want to be hurt. There's a risk that he or she may be turned down and rejected. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like to be rejected, right? And so I can see how fear can grip you, right? But all of these things are misinterpretations, right? You have your assumptions over here of why they're not approaching you now, and the other person has their assumptions, right? But what happened to the communication? Now, if we're going to stay in this same space, right? If we're going to stay physically in our space together still, if we are going to stay emotionally in our space still, if we're going to stay spiritually in our space still, we need to communicate. And so you must create a safe space for you all to communicate. And what does that mean? That means that it can be in the house, right? It needs to be somewhere where you both feel safe. Now, let me tell you, I had a couple that they chose their safe space to be the museum. Because at the museum, you can't raise your voice. At the museum, you can't be loud, right? At the museum, you have to be able to walk around. So they would choose a bench, right, and sit in the middle of the museum. I actually think it was the Perot Museum, because I remember something about the dinosaur exhibit that they were coming back and telling me where their safe space was. And so they would sit on the little bench in front of the dinosaur exhibit and have this conversation about intimacy again. And there was no room for judgment. There was no room for sarcasm. There was no yelling happening. They were talking about what is going to happen now in this space where we need to be intimate again. And how long is it going to take for me to be able to feel like I want to be intimate again? And what does intimacy look like for me right now? If I go masturbate, are you going to be mad? Or maybe you can help me masturbate. We don't have to have sex. Just help me. Maybe all I want to do right now is be kissed upon. Maybe that's all of the intimacy that I can take from you right now. Maybe I just want a hug. Maybe that's all of the intimacy that I can take right now. Because you have to realize you have to be patient with them going back into this intimate space because you violated their trust and they have to build up the trust again. I remember not that long ago, about 10 minutes ago, I said, you have to give them the time and the space and be patient, right? So just because they're rejecting you right this moment, it doesn't mean that they don't really want you. That's where the conversation comes up in. Well, why don't you want to be touched right now? But you have to be able to vocalize those things. And trust me, believe me, I believe in therapy and counseling wholeheartedly. Helps you be in front of a mediator that can go, okay, let's have this cringy conversation. Because let's just be real. It's a cringy conversation about sex afterwards, about after the affair. Because let's think about this, especially if you're a visual person, you might see that other person being intimate with your partner, and it may make you angry all over again. And it's okay. It takes time. Statistics show that it takes at least 2 years for that other person to be completely comfortable again if they're putting in the work. Okay? So I've been before you for a while. I just want to recap real quick. If your partner is not touching you or can't stay aroused, it does not mean that they don't want you. They don't desire you. It's something you're not sexy, you're not desirable. It may be something else going on with them on the other side. Just because you're the one that hurt them, they may be still working through their emotions, but you have to take it in baby steps. And so, again, of course, if you need me, because I am a board certified clinical sexologist, this is what I do. I coach on relationship and intimacy. I'm available, of course. Our counseling office is available. If you want to go the Christian route, Alicia, the counselor, is definitely the one that you want to go with. So, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And hashtag Candy, you did that. Hashtag I got you, girl. Hashtag ouch, that's me. Hashtag I want to be together again. Hashtag I'm gonna get through this. Whatever you feel like your hashtag should be. Give me a hashtag, okay? All right, and we'll see you. I might be back on here later on tonight to talk about some of the more of the products that we saw at convention. Might be because I'm feeling a little sexual today, so maybe I might be back. If not, me or Alicia will see you later on this afternoon or tomorrow. Have a wonderful and blessed day, guys.